Alright, we are back. And the progress clock has been filled. In your journal tab, team, you should have a poem.
Ooh.
Ooh, hello.
If someone would like to examine the text that is, I think, embroidered into this ancient cloth.
Well, here's the thing. In sea-cold Lyonesse, when the Sabbath eve shafts down, on the roof's wall belfries of the founded town, the nereids pluck their lyres where the green translucency beats, and with motionless eyes that gaze, make minstrelsy in the streets. How does one make minstrelsy, Jeff? And the ocean water stirs in salt-worn casement and porch, plies the blunt-nosed fish with fire in his skull for torch. That sounds grim, and the ringing wires resound, and the unearthly lovely weep in lament of the music they make in the sullen courts of sleep. Oh, sullen courts, that's good, that's very good. Whose silver flowers bloom for aye, and lapped by the moon-gulled tide, and borne in wait by lost brides I aid, no longer standing by her side. Oh, well, that's rather sad.
That part got you, but not the skulls with fire in them.
Look, I'm trying to ignore the skulls in favour of the beauty and romance of this imagery, which is quite profound.
There's a reason you and I make a good team, because we focus on different parts of things.
Really, I haven't noticed it yet. But here we are.
Now that you've completed your fourth step on locations, on progress, when it's complete, you uncover a new locale. So you roll plot 1d6 plus one more for each d6, plus one more d6 for each locale that you've already discovered. So you're going to roll 2d6 and take the highest result.
All yours, Aaron.
Shit. I mean, yay. I would like to take the 5, please.
Excellent. You've discovered abroad, or as we call it, Cornwall and Wales. So let's have a look at. I want to have a look at a map of Cornwall, because I want to know if where can we? Because Wales is like
Cornwall. So Cornwall also has Land's End.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the Cornish coast is rich with and I didn't totally at all spend a week in Sennin Cove.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Year, so yeah, yeah.
Because let me just I wanna like compare. Where's the border? Where's the Welsh border? Yeah, up there. So, because the Welsh version of this. There's also a Welsh version of this thing. So I'm feeling like if we're in like northern Cornwall or southern Wales, either of those kind of works as like our landing town.
Oh well, with northern Cornwall, you could go with Tintagel.
Great, excellent. Where's that? It is
the northwest
Tintagel.
coast of Cornwall. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Great. Awesome. Let's find out about that. One of the really interesting things about this game is that, unlike other ones, it makes me research things on Wikipedia a bunch.
Yep.
It's nice and small.
All valid sorts.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent. It's got like a castle and everything. Yeah. Awesome.
Cool.
So, do we want to try and travel there, or is there stuff you want to get done at home first?
I think we should travel there.
All right. You can always move from one locale to another locale you've discovered by rolling a travel roll. Start with 1d6 for luck. Add 1d6 for being heroic in the face of dire circumstances. I don't think we're doing that at the moment.
Okay.
Well, I would like to add 1d6 because I want to get out of the way. I want to leave LA before Professor Krabby McParanoid Pants realizes that I've shattered his ichthyosaur.
Yeah, right. So that's selfish or cowardly. So we're losing one. Okay.
Yep.
Add 1 if you've left another faction in a kerfuffle. I feel like we've definitely left someone in a kerfuffle.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So
back to 1d6.
Yeah, we're up to 1.
Add 1d6 if one of your companions or connections is getting you there. Abigail is helping.
Is she getting you there though? I don't think she's getting you there. I think that's
Yep, cool.
like if she were a pilot.
Yes, got it. Yep.
Right.
She gets us the visas.
No, I don't think she's in a similar position to the rest of you, so that's
Yeah.
Normal travel is available, so that's fine.
Yep.
Add 1d6 if you have clues or keys that another faction doesn't have, which I think you do.
Yep.
We have a cool map, or not a map, a
A
poem.
poem. Cool. Awesome. And another faction has clues or keys that you don't have. I'm not going to say that that's currently a thing.
Right.
So roll them all. So roll 2d6 and take the highest result.
Alrighty. I got
This
this one.
one's yours. On your head be the consequences.
I'll take
Yay.
that 5.
Take the 5. Awesome. On a 4 to 6, you make it there. Where's that a 4 to 6? That should be a 4 or 5. I have fixed that now. On a 4 to 5, you make it there with a, but there is a consequence along the way, or you are neck and neck with another faction.
Ooh. Do we get to pick, or do you pick?
I think you can pick.
Consequences seem fun, but also making it a race seems fun. Damn it.
Why do you keep making fun games, Ash?
God.
Yeah.
Curse you.
Dire circumstance being in Wales. Yeah, the consequence is you end up in Wales instead of Cornwall. Gosh.
I really like the amazing race sort of aspect of it, so I think my vote would be neck and neck.
All right, cool. Let's go with
That
that.
sounds cool, yeah.
Yeah. So I think as you're getting off the plane in wherever is nearest, like, is it Plymouth? Can you catch a plane to Plymouth? I don't think you can.
No. Well, actually, there are a number of small airports all over the place, but usually you'd be travel by train. So you'd land in Heathrow,
Yeah,
and then get a train out.
So
Yeah.
I think on the train then, on the train, I think you notice a number of like gentlemen in suits, with like ear thingos, that are always positioned so that they can like keep an eye on you. And yeah, they occasionally like talk amongst themselves on their little ear radios. But yeah, and I think that there is a blonde man with who always seems to be wearing Ray-Bans and has a black suit with a white shirt but a white tie, a white silk tie.
Oh, he's such a bad guy.
And yeah, and he has and I think he has like a blemish on his face that means that like his stubble like stops halfway across his like 2/3 of the way across his beard.
It goes white. He's got that condition where
it goes white. Yeah. It's like a birthmark that changes the color of his stubble. And yeah, they seem to be like paying him deference. But yeah, they arrive on the same train at Tintagel. They arrive they're on the same train and get off at the nearest station to Tintagel, the same as you, and like immediately like go about doing action government agent things, right? Like they start unloading equipment and things like that.
They look awfully official, Jeff. Awfully official.
Yeah, I really hate when bands sell out. Vampire in the Suits is it's a terrible name. If you will excuse me for just a minute.
You do know that England has like a music festival every second weekend. I mean, maybe they are in fact here. Maybe he is the latest in badly suited solo boy band performers.
Okay, well, here's the plan then. You ask.
I think while you're like debating music festivals, a woman in a black jacket like grabs Jeff because they're the biggest, and like pulls them like away from the government people and be like, "What are you doing here? I told you to stay away.
It's you.
Who are you drawing these people?
It's you."
Hello, stranger. We are on vacation. Sightseeing
Jeff, it's the
vacation.
girl. Shut up. Jeff, it's the girl.
There's definitely
Oh my
a thing
God.
happening here.
If you do not wait until
I
the
mean, so, okay,
vampire and
so-
his friends leave.
So, here's what happens. Okay, one of the agents comes over and is like, "Is there a problem here?" Now, if you want to resist that, you can.
Do you want to start a problem, mate?
Yeah,
Well, there we go.
Am I being detained?
yeah. So he comes over and is like, and
Are
is
they
like,
American? Is the government people American?
yes, definitely.
Okay, then yeah, she starts like slagging off about Americans.
That sounds like you're resisting with action.
Mm.
If you, oh no, that's actually no. You know what? That doesn't sound like you're resisting at all, right? Like because you're not trying to avoid him coming over
Yeah.
and talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like he's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here is okay. Look like some trouble, and we don't want any of that.
My estranged cousin and my brother are a little bit mad because they think that it's my fault that we didn't pack the right documents. So I'm going to go check the luggage and prove that I packed it. So if you will excuse me, I'm going to go and prove to them that I was right. Thank you.
Sure. It sounds like someone's rolling negotiations.
Yes.
Yeah. My goal is to get away and then go see if I can tamper with their shit.
Okay, so that's going to be a different thing specifically, but yeah.
Yes.
I can do that because I have espionage.
Ooh. Yes, you do it.
But how do we do that?
So-
yeah.
Why did you want us to stay away?
Because now you're interfering, and now someone else is interfering, and so now it's like the lesser of two evils. I don't know.
Why can we understand?
I've always wanted to be the lesser of two evils.
Why can we understand you now?
Because we're on a podcast, and I need to communicate with you as a human being.
Oh.
That got awfully meta, didn't it?
There's a weird
think-
fish in your ear.
Yeah. Are you-
Both of us are just looking down and reading the subtitles as
Because
they appear on the screen.
International calls aren't over mobile. International collect calls aren't that great, and FaceTime is a shit app.
All right. So, did you want to?
I think if
Sorry.
Afoy will like look all flustered as Jeff handles the security people, and then I'll go muck around
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
stuff.
Let's handle the security
seems-
people first, and then we can watch out what
Yeah.
happens next.
Okay.
It sounds like Afoy is helping, is spending a
Mhm.
composure to help. Cool.
Sure. So I think what I'm gonna do is like it starts off as me saying, you know, I'm gonna go and check these out. Just leave me alone. And then I see her starting to move that way. It's like, you know what? Actually, because if you don't believe me, why don't you go check and then you can see for yourself that the stuff is there and it has not been tampered with. So I get an extra die for her help, right?
Yep.
Do you have a devil's bargain by any chance?
I mean, Devil's Bargain, they're going to come with you and look at your luggage?
Oh, then no. Wait. Nope, we're gonna do 3.
All
Yep,
right.
we're good.
Oh wait, what did I click last time? Hold on, screwed something up. Dice 3. Okay, I have 5.
5. So on a 5, let me have a look here. Rolling to do stuff. Where did that go? Rolling to do things. On a 4 or 5, you do the thing, but with a complication. Let me have a look at these complications and see what I think is
course.
appropriate. I think a faction progress clock advances. I think that makes sense,
Yep.
right?
Obviously
So,
ours because we are a faction.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
totally
Yes.
fine.
yes, that.
How are you?
Great. Progress advances by the number of resources they currently have. So, gosh, that's a nasty one early on. Cool.
Totally fine.
Yeah. we know that they have some goons, some equipment, a boss. Cool, awesome. So yeah, I think as your, I think like, you manage to distract this guy, and he gets probably called away, like to do more work because there's so much stuff to unload from the train. So, you know, great.
I would like to try and maybe like bumble on purpose over like a box of their stuff or something while being a flustered, like being like, fucking tourist, fucking. Like, so, but I want to.
Was that Welsh?
Yes, but I want to.
It's such a beautiful language.
I want to. No, that was Australian.
Yeah, I know.
I would like to try and spy that they've got, I don't know, guns.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have guns? I don't know. I assume they have guns because they're government,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to be like.
You could just assume because they're American.
Because they're American, and I want to like alert the local, like the old man that is in charge of keeping the fruit fly out of the area. You know, the
Yep.
customs
Yeah,
guy.
the customs guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I want to try and hinder them.
Right. Okay. That sounds like that sounds like espionage.
Yeah.
To me, let's double check.
I need to find a thing, and espionage is spying and detecting.
And noticing hidden things. So yeah, trying to spot and find things to get them in trouble. I think makes sense to me. And then I think you could negotiate around that to get some of that taken away. But it sounds like a two-step process.
So I go blade roll.
Mm-hmm.
Can I spend a composure to get an extra dice?
Someone else can spend a composure to help you.
I shall do that.
If
Because you are equally bumbling.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I push Turner into one of these boxes.
Why?
Yeah. Excellent. Love it. Cool. Yeah. So where am I?
You probably didn't even warn me.
No, he just does it. Yeah. 100%. So yeah. That's a critical success. So I think you spot. I think they have explosives.
They have like C4 or something.
They have C4 and like old fashioned dynamite, right? Like with like the red sticks and everything. And I think you go and like speak to a local authority and are like, those guys have explosives, and like we're in a place with a lot of heritage buildings. And yeah, so there's an older gent who's a part of the who's like, I think he's just a member of like the town council or something. And so we see this older gent played by John Hurt wander out onto the platform and start like having a go at these Americans. It's like, you Americans, you think you can come in here with that castle is over 1,000 years old, and I'm a member of the town council, and I'll come. I can't do a Cornish accent, by the way. And you think you can unload that here? You get that back on that train, or else. And yeah, cool.
Is this where we run away?
I think you can all run away in this commotion, and I think that has successfully dealt with some of their equipment.
I would also, because, you know, this is a one-shot, so who needs it? I'm going to spend yet another point of composure, because I just stumbled over their stuff and threw them, and as we're running away and we get around a corner somewhere, I'm going to pull out, look what I found.
From among their stuff?
Yes, from among their stuff.
Yes! Awesome. Yeah, you found, sonographs. They're audio-based underwater maps of the sea here.
Fantastic.
And so you know that now. I need to look at the thing about the castle. At Tintagel. Where is that?
So it's out on a promontory, and it's above an area literally called Merlin's Cave, which is a sea cave. And you get to Tintagel by crossing this little like rickety bridge.
Yeah. So there's definitely a thing where like just out like some way further, there's a section where it's a sudden, like it drops off suddenly and gets deeper, as if like a sinkhole in the ocean floor. And it's quite a large region. You could fit all of Tintagel in it, according to the sonographs. So absolutely, we'll tick off a progress on that one. That's very cool. And yeah. Meanwhile, the Americans bumble around trying to put some of their separate their explosives from all of the stuff they're allowed to have.
Things you do not want to get mixed up.
Yeah, they're like, wait, is this one explosives or food? I don't.
Something you can eat. C4.
Can you?
I think that's a thing.
Okay.
You can, because it's by itself. It's not that dangerous.
It's completely inert. You can microwave it. You can shoot it. You can catch it on fire. Only an actual like detonator will set it off.
Electric charge or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I mean, it probably tastes gross, so don't. But
yeah,
you can.
Literally a plastic explosive.
What is the nutritional value of this?
Poor, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So we ran away from them.
We've got a sonograph.
Yeah.
So we've got something close to a location. We just need to know how to get out there. You're a local. You must be an expert in swimming into mysterious abyssal shelf areas deep under the ocean.
I'm not sure if she can swim.
Oh, the Cornish are the worst.
Like, you don't swim in England, do you?
I mean,
does anyone even swim in England?
Do you even swim, bro?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, like mechanically, we need to progress this clock, more steps before it's possible for us to move to another location apart from the town.
Yep.
So yeah, you need to gather more information or find more clues, or even like getting yourself like a boat would count towards progress.
Yeah, boat and equipment. We could check out like local parish records.
Definitely.
And also we need to find out when the Sabbath falls, because obviously that's when this thing's going to come up. Because we got that poem and it says, "When the Sabbath eve shafts down." Excuse me, old man.
Yeah, and then he's like, more Americans.
Or you mean, excuse me, old man?
He's like, oh, a local.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Y'all are great, just so you know.
Yeah. Would you know when the next Sabbath is?
It's like,
oh, they're in the music festival, eh?
He looks at you and he goes, Saturday.
Thank ye, governor.
He looks around and he just idly like, what the fuck is going on?
Blend in like a local, I can. Absolutely. I had no idea. Probably thinking I've lived here all of my life. Anyway, Saturday, a couple of days away. So
I love LA on t-shirt.
Yes. Wearing so we've got a few days. We just need some good equipment. Like swimming things. Trunks, I guess.
Isn't the castle's not supposed to be sunken at this point, like when it comes up? I have a move. I recognize this. Can I use that on the sonographs?
What does the move say?
When you encounter something ancient that you haven't seen before, you can spend a composure to ask the GM any one question about it.
I think the thing on the sonograph. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You can.
What question do I want to ask about the sonographs?
Where is it located?
I mean,
They
you-
have
yeah, you
that have
can
coordinates on the thing.
Yeah, it has coordinates.
Oh yeah, damn it. Maybe there's like a best point of ingress somewhere on this thing that you can figure out.
Maybe we don't need that question just yet. Maybe I'll save this.
I mean, there is like, you have the sonograph. It has some.
Yeah.
I've given you some basic information. If you want to get more information from it, you could spend a question, spend the thing to get a question, or you could read it.
Yes. Let's read it.
Sure. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah. Who wants to do that? Are you
gonna
doing
read
it on the station?
No, I take them to a pub.
Yep. Cool. Excellent. Yeah.
Oh, it comes in pints.
Yeah.
I like you already.
Yeah, there's someone playing like a pinball machine in the corner, but it's like one of those pinball machines that's where like most of it is digital. Like it's all got like LCD displays and stuff on it, and it's just making the most obnoxious noise when the rest of the bar is like nice and quiet, and like a couple of people like nursing drinks. One person has fallen asleep in a newspaper. But yeah, it's the middle of the afternoon. Yeah, I think it's probably like a 19 or 21-year-old or whatever is like playing the Bing Bong machine. That goes that makes the.
I want to
sounds.
go over and distract him until he loses.
Okay. Yeah, that's either espionage or negotiations. I think it's espionage.
Shit. Okay.
Wait, no. Let's check my description for espionage because that's not quite right, is it?
Hold on. Let me scroll up. So espionage says spying and detecting and noticing hidden things.
I think
Negotiations is being clever and wordsy for convincing people.
I think it's probably negotiations then.
Okay.
If you wanna, yeah, yep.
Sure. Boop boop.
Holy shit. Yep.
Damn.
Y'all are real good at this. Like normally there'd be a lot more complications in your way, but yeah, wow. Yeah.
I pre-sharpened all my blades.
Yep. What does your distraction look like for this child playing pinball?
Cracking knuckles.
Okay, hold on. Please tell me this person's age again.
Like 19 to 21?
Cool, we're good. So I'm gonna go up and like just kind of lean over the thing and try like very awkwardly to hit on this kid.
Yeah, awesome.
Just like accidentally bump it and go, "Hey, I'm new in town. You wanna show me around a little bit?"
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not. I like girls, and just runs out.
Hey, I like girls too.
Life's a buffet, baby. Don't limit yourself to the dessert line. And then wink.
Yeah,
And
like,
he was never
he's
seen again.
So red.
Winking at the camera.
He's so
Yes, I
red
think-
as he like flees, like suddenly confronted with the possibilities of his own sexuality. And the Bing Bong machines goes quiet.
Excellent. Now,
I'm gonna read, nerds.
Darling, what is your name? Welsh beauty?
Oh,
Swearing woman? I'm not sure what to call you.
I want the real life title of swearing woman.
I mean, I can call you swearing woman, but I'm sure you have a much more
Afoy.
enchanting name.
She explains her last name is Afoy. Her name is Afoy, etc. So no, Afoy Wallach because you're silly and you'll take etc. out of context.
I'm a fool, not a buffoon, madam. Beautiful name. Utterly beautiful. And Afoy, would you like to help me in reading this? You're a local. You might know a few more interesting things about the place. And essentially, would you spend a composure to assist me in my reading role of the sonograph?
Yes, I will point at things that
Awesome.
I know.
Cool.
One of the things I love about this game is that helping any of the other characters is always like, ugh, I have to spend, like you're spending composure. It's always frustrating to have to help these idiots.
Pretty much. So that gives me 3 dice. I will not ask for a devil's bargain.
All right. You do it, but with a complication.
Complication.
Let me have a look at my complications to see which complication I would like to like. Sorry, that was...
Suddenly a teenage boy is attracted to you.
I've rethought my sexuality thanks to your friend, and you are...
Yeah, his girlfriend comes in. His large Welsh girlfriend comes in.
Mfanwy.
Yeah, and starts a fight.
Don't know what she's doing down here in Cornwall, but...
Visiting.
Yes.
Cool. So I think I'm going to go with just reducing your effect a little bit, so you're not going to get as much information. But I think by going over this, you can see that the currents around the I think it has like current markers, and I think you can see that that between the castle and like extending out into the sea to where this like this big like drop off sinkhole area is, the sea tides and things seem to go around it. And like all of the water movement within there is kind of like its own insular system, and as if the like there is like when two seas meet, right? There's there's the like the divide of like these are two separate bodies of water and they don't want to mix. There's definitely a thing there, and I think that there's also like some other markers that suggest that the water between the castle and from the land out to and including the sinkhole and the area around it, that whole body of water is its own separate entity.
Got it. Cool.
But that's definitely a progress.
Yep. In which case, Jeff and my darling Afoy, we need a boat.
We do.
How do we get a boat?
It's a seaside town. I'm sure there are rentals.
Don't you live here? Doesn't everybody here have a boat?
Well, if they can't swim, I should hope so.
I'm not sure she does live here.
She's Welsh!
Yeah, and we're in Cornwall.
Good
We're
point.
in Cornwall.
But it's all England, right? It's just the same.
I'm American. I don't like. Jeff doesn't understand accents or locations really, which is amazing because he travels the world and like tries to find artifacts. But like,
He probably speaks like Pashti or something, right? Like, but also doesn't recognize the difference between a Cornish and a Welsh accent.
yeah, exactly.
And when he speaks Pashti, it's awful.
it's got a southern accent to it for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. However, that's possible. Yeah. It's not. Darren in chat says the Welsh can live in Cornwall. It's not like they evaporate the second they leave Wales.
But I've never met a Welshman outside of Wales. So
Obviously. Yeah.
Therefore,
awesome. Cool. So,
Let's go looking for a boat then, I guess.
Why don't we ask the bartender?
Yes.
yeah.
I have 1 negotiations.
I've got
have
2.
2.
Do you want to help me or should I help you?
How about you help me?
Sure.
Because also, I've been pretty generous with my composure. It's currently at 2.
You've been rather helpful, yes.
Yeah. But also, when that goes down, I bumble into some trouble. So with all those Americans and explosives and guns in town, trouble is going to be, fun. Okay, so Yeah, wander up to the barkeep and basically, is ask if there is a boat rental service and if he can offer me, point me to the best purveyor of local boat renting services.
I think I think the barman is like what's the person's name? Brannock. He says, "Aye, old Brannock down the bay. He'll rent you out a boat. It'll smell like fish, but it'll do it. Any of you can row?"
Yes.
We got arms, don't we?
Yes. From my days at
rowing school.
Yes.
He's like, good. This time, I didn't think he says something like, looks to be rough weather coming up this week.
Yay.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I think we like cut down to you like walking along. There's like there's a beach with like pebbles and shells, and so there's like the crunching of the stones
beach.
Yeah, quote unquote beach. Pebbles and shells and things at the bottom of like a big limestone cliff, and as you're and you make your way like down, and like you're following these instructions that you got from the barkeep, and you're like, okay, and you find yourself in you come around into like a little cove, and there's like a little building, like warehouse little thing, like nestled into the cove where you couldn't have seen it from any other point on the coast. Mm-hmm. And like there's a bunch of like crabbing pots and like fishing nets and all these sorts of things, and yeah, the smell of fish like pervades the place. And I think when you like enter into the cove, there is just suddenly this like giant of a man standing in front of the building, being like, all right, who's over there? What can I do for you? Right, like suddenly fella. very, very like, what can I do for you? Like kind of aggressively.
The barkeep said that you could rent us a boat.
It's like, did he now? Got a bit of a joke in him, didn't he?
For a handsome remuneration, would you rent us a boat?
That sounds like negotiations.
Yes.
I will help this time. I will translate.
You talk, and she's just like,
he says, like, but
you're translating into Welsh.
I mean, you translate into like sea person, right? Like of like, like, there's a boat. There's a boat in it for you. We got to be rowing, and got to get all them fish up in before the morning.
Bugger me for a lubber else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Turner,
what?
Don't sign anything.
He doesn't look to be the signing type.
I'm not even sure he's literate.
Okay, y'all are being rude. I was just telling you not to sign anything. He's got ears.
Yep.
He's also from Cornwall.
There's also a shotgun like leaning against the cabin. So.
Oh, this is fun. All right, so got 3 dice.
I feel like we're in the process of alienating our entire UK player viewer base.
Don't worry, we'll all be dead soon.
Yes.
Don't worry, they're not awake. So,
bless.
Yeah. Awesome. That is a 3. I think that just means complications abound.
Yep, complications pile up.
You do not do the thing, and complications pile up.
I feel like he heard us and is really pissed off and wants us to leave. This is a really good complication.
Yeah. I think he's gonna want like most of the money that you've got for the trip at the moment. Although good point. Yeah, I think he says. I think he's like, looks at Abigail because I had forgotten that she was with us. He looks at Abigail and
this
is
whole
like,
time. She just
We all just noticed her and went, ah!
yeah.
There's mainly a space.
Well, yeah, it's the problem with GMPCs in general. Yeah, he looks at Abigail and is like, "It's bad luck to have a woman on a boat," and she's like, "It's bad luck to get fucking punched." And yeah, like there's this like kind of like grumpy argument arises. So I think I
fan the flames of the argument in that, like, what's a foy? Chopped liver? Like,
You're Cornish. Well, Welsh.
Yeah.
You know, you're not quite a woman.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think there was the assumption that you were not like going to be on the boat. I thought it was like the boat for these ones. But yeah, I think a physical like altercation can break out, or someone can spend actually, you know what? A physical altercation breaks out, and someone is going to like end up with like cracked ribs or something, unless someone wants to resist that.
I would like to receive. If I'm going to be the one with cracked ribs, I would like to resist it.
I would like to intercede before the cracked ribs and bop him with my cultural weapon.
Cool, awesome.
What is your cultural weapon, by the way?
I've got the move called Practiced Focus.
Mm-hmm.
And is it a fish? Or a sausage?
fish sausage.
Mm-mm.
Huh. I have an idea.
Sorry, it kept scrolling away from me on the character sheet.
Ah.
So when you gain an extra die when you wield a weapon or perform an action encoded in your traditions and rituals.
Okay.
So I think from like under her little backpack, because she's got a little backpack with all this stuff in it, she whips out like a rod, and out of the rod pops out. It's like a hard brass, and it pops out like a staff, and then a little spear pokes out the end as well.
Jesus.
And it's got like Celtic knots and stuff on it, and I'm going to like smack him with the blunt end.
Okay, I didn't know if we were killing this man for.
We're
his
not
boat
killing
after
him.
we
We're
assaulted
stopping him from swinging at Abigail.
Sounds like you're shrugging off blows, like you're Are you avoiding trouble or damage, or shrugging off blows? It sounds like you're avoiding. Like you're preventing it. So that's roll 1 dice for each stat under adventure that you have points in. Does that make sense? Cool, awesome. And you get an extra die to this one. So how many stats under adventure do you have a point in? 2, and then you get 1 more, so that's 3.
I have 2 points in swing, so is that only 1?
No, adventure, not action.
The second 3.
Yeah, running, being, and negotiating.
So I have 2.
Cool, and 1 more for your
wacky stick.
Wacky stick. So yeah, 3 dice.
Nice.
Excellent.
Oh,
cool. Yeah. So
action
yeah,
scene.
you resist or reduce the outcome. So yeah, no one's going to get physically injured today. And yeah, everyone stumbles back, and like a foy is standing in the middle there with the thing, and like someone who is holding Abigail like physically from like more fighting.
Hopefully Turner, because I have a plan.
Then it's me, and I'm probably doing it awkwardly.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Or like I turn around to stop her, and it's like that classic kind of hands on boobs thing, and I'm like,
yeah, yeah, it's 100% that, and that's
Yeah.
the reason. And like, I think she punches you, but it's not
Yes.
enough to deal like a
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
An actual physical injury. So
Yep,
Yeah.
I like it.
cool, awesome. But yeah, I think that gets you a boat. Once you hand over a handsome sum of coin.
Yep.
Yeah. It's clearly like an old fishing boat. I mean, you're like, it's an old fishing boat, and then you like look at it, and you can see like that there are like scorch marks and like weird cuts in it and things.
Hey, Ash.
Yeah.
Before we left, could I have tried to make off with that shotgun that was behind the counter?
That was on the side of the. Yes, you can try and have stolen it.
Yeah, there was a scuffle, and I figure hopefully he doesn't realize it by the time we're gone. But if he does, I have a shotgun.
Yeah. I feel like that's running away,
Yeah, it seems fair.
right? Like getting away from things that want to hurt you, including monsters, goons, and boulders and big falls. Yeah, I think you would like. It's avoiding that danger. But it's active.
It's a good point. Actually, it's a really good point. Yeah, it's theft. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Would the scuffle count as assisting or no?
Only if someone is going to try and spend a composure to make it loud and annoying.
Okay.
How much composure have we got left, Cammy?
Cammy's been
I think
helping.
I'm on 3.
Yeah.
I'm
So I
on.
can spend 1.
Could you spend 1? I think it's worth it.
I am the one doing the scuffling.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And my bang score is real high. That seems like it's a real good flirt line right there.
Yeah. Hey, baby, my bang score is
Nice.
really high.
Nice.
That's what I should have said to the guy at the bar. Been like, hey, do you know my bang score is 3? No proof.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, here's my dice. I got 5. Oh,
no.
Complication, it doesn't have ammo.
I was going to say that. That's exactly what's good. Oh, like one shot. You know, it's a double barrel shotgun, so it only has 2 shots.
It's a double barrel shotgun and has 2 shots loaded.
Yeah.
100%. That's great.
Yep.
I love it. Cool. Yeah. So you make your way out with a boat and a gun. Yep. Awesome.
I think as we get into the boat, I'm gonna be like, hey, check it out, and like out of my pants leg somehow I found this double barrel shotgun.
It's like you've been limping for the last little bit.
Yeah, I think I have to lean back on Turner at some point. I'm like, just don't make it weird, and I'm like pulling at my pants, and then a shotgun comes out.
I am actually speechless.
That's amazing. Awesome. You got 3 out of 4 progress.
What more can we do?
You did mention like doing some research at doing some research here. That could just be like talking to people. That could be going and looking at parish records. That could be any of those sorts of things.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
So, which one was that?
Parish records.
So you heading up to the church.
Yeah.
Yeah. A portly, late middle-aged woman with a grey bob, greets you as she's just like, are you here for the Bible study? We're just having tea.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Quite.
And she's like, you from around here? I haven't seen you before.
We're passing through on the way to Wales with our cousin.
Yeah, and
from the old country.
And she's like, Wales is the old country now. I see. And yeah, she like brings you in, and there's just there's a couple of older gentlemen, but it's mostly like middle-aged to older women sat around on like little plastic chairs, and they've got like a trestle set out with like an urn, and there's some little triangle cut sandwiches, and yeah, and they're like, and they start like talking to you, and they're like, and like, you know, being like, welcome to the Bible study group, and like, you know, what's your name? All these things. Do you have? And like one of them's like, are you married? And like looking at like Jeff and Turner.
Whoops. My name is Terence Weatherby. This is my good friend William Rutherglen III, and this is our cousin Mafanwy. And
what about Abigail?
That's my wife.
It's like, she's like, oh, I didn't take you for that sort. And yeah, Abigail is like, just raging silently, and she's and Abigail is like,
and I put my arm
Abigail is like, we're in negotiations.
It's been a rough time, and that's why we need the word of Jesus.
And they're like, well, we're always happy to help people in need. Come, sit down. Anne is about to start. Anne is going to do the reading.
Oh, I can't wait. And I start, shoving, Jeff in the ribs, this is your chance. Go fucking raid the records. Do what you do, scoundrel. We'll take a bullet for you here. And all the time, I'm just piling up cucumber sandwiches onto a plate, shipping them in my pockets, just shoving them in my gob. Just, very nice.
Yeah.
Great.
So Jeff's gonna stand up and for some reason he's in order to try and throw the people that he's never met before off, he's gonna try to do like a southern accent.
We are terrible at this shit.
Yeah.
Well, howdy, ma'am. I just want you to know that we really appreciate your hospitality today, and if you could just guide me to where the little gentleman's room is, I have to pay it a visit before we get started.
Yeah, and like the woman immediately swoons and is like, I've never met someone from New York before, and and
well, if you ever get the travel bug, you always got a place to stay with me.
Yeah, and I think this is either negotiation or do you want to just roll it into the espionage?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Or I can espionage? I've got 2 espionage.
Yes, I can. Okay. Could I maybe try and distract them while she sneaks out to search things?
Yep, sounds good. So it sounds like you're rolling espionage, Cammy, and you're being helped by 2 people who are both spending composure. It sounds like. So you've got 2 extra dice.
I'm doing so.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll do it. That takes me down to 1, but it seems like it's a bad idea to do.
Nice. Pure
Ooh,
success.
lovely.
Yeah, awesome.
A boosh.
I think you find wedding records of people having like weddings and funerals in what is referred to as like as the castle woods, or is it woods or forest within the domain of the castle, but it's like woods. That are like, and the records are like talking about how like they happened, like these things happened in the dusk. I was trying to remember which way the sun goes. They happened in the dusk, so that they were like beautifully lit, as if there were, and like I think you look at them, and all of them are on like 28-day intervals. But yeah, as if there were a forest out from the castle, which is only sea.
Interesting.
But yeah, always on a 28-day interval. And always at dusk.
Excellent.
But yeah.
I come back before he comes out of the like little church office. You know how they always have a little church office, and there's like a folder hidden in her jacket, and gives Turner a elbow and steals a chicken sandwich.
Saving that for later.
Much wanted after chicken sandwich.
I think Abigail sees this and like just turns to Turner and just slaps him and is like, I see you looking at Anne with your lecherous eyes. She's a priest. I cannot believe you, and just storms out.
I would never. I am thoroughly insulted. Ladies, I am sorry for the behavior of my wife. I must go. Bye.
All right, cool.
Does Jeff have like a small group of people around him at this point?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's got middle-aged women hanging off him.
He throws them off. Dramatic.
Well, ladies, you've all been more than hospitable. I don't suppose I can ask one further imposition and maybe see if you have a preferred restaurant or something. We're about to travel, and I like to sample the local flavors, if you know what I mean.
You're lucky Alice isn't in the chat.
Why is that?
Because she would not be in the chat for very long. She'd more.
Oh dear. All
Wow,
right.
that's that escalated.
Okay.
Went places.
I'm just talking about food, y'all. What are you talking about?
All right.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to go along with whatever you say. Really. Don't think there's a question there with that.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, like, you can roll negotiations if there's something you want from them specifically.
No, I was thinking more just like, hey, see if I could talk them into giving me some food or something for our trip.
I mean,
But
yeah,
I got nothing left. I took it all.
like you, that's the thing. If you roll negotiations, you could get some resources, some like supplies or something.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Another shotgun.
Well, it's a shotgun, and then they give us a 6-pack of beers that we can shotgun. It's a whole.
And we are
thing.
ready for the Great American Adventure.
Uh-huh.
Boom, 6. What's up?
You are amazing. All right, yeah. So like,
Okay.
I like a couple of hours later, we see you heading to you all like getting back together, and yeah, and Jeff not only has like a huge lunchbox full of sandwiches, but also like a pile of sweaters. Like and
the big thick,
thick knitted sweaters. Yep.
A pile of sweaters, and then there's a bra tucked inside there somewhere.
Oh god, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take our next break there, and we'll be back shortly to see what happens next. All right, team. Back soon.